NBA 2K20's new trailer features slot machines, prize wheels, and pachinko. I shit you not, I watched the trailer for the game. It is hilarious. Adam, you asked if it was a joke before we got on. I wish that it was. I really don't think that it is, though, because it seems like it's super serious. It's really sweaty. I found this kind of funny because, well, we talked about NBA 2K19 having the in-game ads, the unskippable in-game ads, which was really a riot. We had a good laugh about that. But now they're doing this with their loot boxes when it seems like other developers are getting away from loot boxes, like due to public pressure and due to pressure from governments as well. But 2K is all in. Like, they're not even disguising the loot boxes. It's literally like you pull a slot machine and like the 3 reels spin and like you get players. It was the whole trailer. There was no basketball involved. It was all like casino gimmicks. But what are your thoughts on this? I mean, what is 2K thinking? Like, they can't think that the audience is going to like something like this.
I mean, I feel like the suckers are just going to go right for it. You know what I mean?
Really?
Everybody eats FIFA up still.
That's true. I don't know if they have pachinko, though.
They're the only options, though, right? I mean, FIFA's the only option. NBA 2K is the only option right now. You can't play basketball or soccer, or football, whatever you want to call it. I should buy those.
Doesn't basketball have another version? It's not 2K. It's Live, NBA Live.
It used to have NBA Live. That was EA's version.
Mm-hmm. They're gone
now.
This
is EA, right?
No, this is 2K.
2K Sports. I don't even know if they're by that anymore.
Yeah, I think people see this stuff, you know, and maybe it's almost kind of like a good thing because, you know, a lot of these people who bitch and whine about games and the way the industry is monetized and marketed, like, as they try and pull more and more out of these people who are, you know, like I would say people who play, you know, there's some hardcore sports, you know, there's Madden tournaments and stuff, but I feel like, you know, and everybody can flame me for saying this, but I feel like that's generally more of a casual crowd. You know what I mean? Like they're not really, those are the people who aren't on here watching videos like this and going on and checking news trending. Like they're going to buy the game and look at it and go, what the hell is this? And the damage is already done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they're not really looking into what it's going to be about. You know what I'm saying? Right. Does that make any sense?
You're right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, I think, I don't know. I get it sometimes too. With sports games, especially, and the monopoly that is going on with sports games, you get that itch to play them because I loved like playing hockey and football games. I obsessed over them as a kid, like constantly played them. You just get that itch and like you don't have any outlet. You're just going to buy it. And maybe that's all it is. Like they know that you can't go anywhere else for your basketball itch. Like you have to buy it from us unless you want to go down to the gym and play. But
the shitty thing about
you're not gonna watch the NBA.
No, you're not gonna do that either.
As the yearly game comes out too, like the populations on the older games that may have been better gets smaller and smaller, you know, and support becomes less and less, you know, important to the to the producers and the developers of those games because they have the new versions, you know. So it's not even like you can take an outlet and go, well, I'm just going to play the other one because a lot of the population and community in that game has moved on to probably the newer one, you know.
There's this theory that I was reading about the other day, and I forget what it's called now. It's like door to the face theory or something. It's something like that. That's not correct. Don't look that up, but it's something like that. But it's like not just video games. I think it relates to other things as well. But basically what it comes down to is that a company will like release something initially that is like the worst possible thing that they know that the audience doesn't want. And then after the audience complains, they'll roll changes back and then give you the product that they actually wanted to give you. That still sucks from a consumer perspective, but it's not as bad as the initial one that they tried to give you. But like it was always the plan from their perspective to roll those changes back. Do you guys think that there's any cadence to that? And this is going to relate to our other news story today as well. But I was reading that and I thought to myself, like, that's actually kind of smart.
I think they heard a lot. I remember hearing a lot of that when Anthem was still coming down. Like when they were beta testing like the game, and that people were seeing the prices and were like, this is outrageous, and got rolled back like immediately. You know what I mean? Because and I feel like you can kind of almost see this with the way that the developers and producers talk to the community. They're really like, if you see this kind of, and this is just a theory of mine, but if they know that it's shitty and they're doing what you're saying with this door to the face thing, they're like commenting back on this like immediately. You know what I mean? Like they're bouncing back like, oh, we'll change it. We'll change it.
Oh yeah, there's like no
We'll do
no
what
combative.
you
They're
want,
like, oh yeah, whatever you guys want. Like we're here
but
for
when
you.
it's not, and what they actually wanted it to be, it's like radio silence for however long, till like they literally can't. Like look how long EA fought for those loot boxes on Battlefront. We just talked about it. Until they finally were, and they didn't give a shit until Disney was like, listen, we're either going to yank the license off you or you change this. And that's when they finally changed it. They didn't even give a shit, But when they rolled Anthem out and then they had those root transactions, they were like, well, don't worry. We hear what you're saying. We're catching what you throw. We'll change it. So I don't know.
They definitely don't. You're totally right. They definitely don't care about the consumer that much to worry about those little things like the impressions that they get. Like any news is, or any press, good press. It's like bad things they're gonna push out in front of you, and everybody is so married to the idea of loot boxes. These obviously aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So I guess at least they're being upfront about it in that case. If the entire trailer really is about playing pachinko.
Oh, you have to see it.
It's
like 4 scenes in a row. It's like slot machine, card packs, like get your whole booster pack set, like 20 packs in one. Like here's your fucking pachinko, here's your slot machine, then here now you get like a card, and like if you play it enough, like it'll evolve into an even better card. Like your Kawhi Leonard will like transform into like Kawhi Leonard Megazord edition. Like it's the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, that theory that you're putting out there, it just sounds so awful to me.
Evil.
Yeah, just
so evil.
It would. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're trying to sell, though. And I think just at the base of it, I hate the idea of the loot boxes and the gambling and the ultimate team things. I hate that shit. So then when they're doing it with that, it just feels so much worse than if they were rolling back on, I don't even know, something that I didn't hate so much.
And the Battlefront 2 shit, we just went over the story, how like now that game did so bad upon release because they monetized the game in such like a wicked way, in such a greedy way, now they want to have this great PR and they want to say like, no, like we're working on fixing it. Like it's not as bad anymore. Like we're putting this new content into the game that you can play. And then that quote that they had that was like, we think every day, what if we wouldn't have released with the monetization system that we did? And it's like, you don't get to say that anymore because you chose to release it that way. Like you fucked up. Like you fucking rue what you sow.
By the way, stick around to buy our new DLCs.
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, we got episode 9 content coming out. Everybody's like,
Skywalker's
everybody's like, nobody's watching episode 9 anyway, you fucking idiots.
Slap me over the head already.
Oh boy.
You know what's crazy? You know what I think about when this comes up, and I hate it in games.
Over the head.
And nobody gave a shit when it was like, did anybody as a kid fuck around with Crazy Bones?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Sure did.
What were they? I don't remember.
They are just those chunks of plastic faces on it you flicked across the floor. You know, like it's the worst thing ever. Like, but anyway, this goes along with stuff like card packs. Everybody's down and okay with opening card packs. Like I've found myself at work watching half-hour-long videos of people reacting to card openings, and it's like. Gold.
It's good shit.
I can't get enough of that shit.
I don't know why we're not doing that.
I don't give a shit about Pokemon and Magic.
Oh yeah, I know exactly
that
what you mean.
stuff is like crap.
There's a couple of streams on Twitch where they do breaks, so like people buy in and like, so for Pokemon cards, like you'll pay $10 getting the break, and then every fire card in the the fucking box
It's yours.
is yours, and
Oh,
somebody
that's sick.
$10 and they
Oh
get
man,
water.
don't
so,
even
like,
tell me this.
I'll
like,
be.
you don't have-
Oh man, I'll be a
yeah,
mess.
and it's
why-
cool. Like,
okay,
it's
like,
really
look
cool
at
to
us here.
watch.
We're like salivating at this
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Oh, it's a lot
But
of fun.
what
yeah.
makes it so different or okay to do it on a fucking game with skins?
Well, because
Because
Go ahead,
at
Dave.
least you get a physical product when you're getting a card or something. You know what I mean? Like you have something like tangible.
it is
true,
value.
true.
It is value.
But
Whereas
look at,
like a game, it's just digital. Like you can't fucking sell it. It's not even yours technically. It's theirs still. They own the property. Like it's not yours. Like anything on the game is not yours.
but look at
Next year,
Hearthstone,
yeah, it's
you know, or like Magic the Gathering. Sorry, Wolf.
oh, no worries.
When Magic came out with their new game, or Arena that just came out this year, you lose those cards like as the season goes on. You buy packs in Magic, and they change the season. You don't hold those cards. Whether you put money into the game, you lose them.
But don't you get
They give you
in-game?
all the
Don't
money-
you get
You
equivalent
get all the money
in-game?
you put into it back to buy
in-game
card packs.
in-game
again.
card value.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like it's like, wow, I really got this nice card, and now you're taking it away from me. You know,
Yeah, you got to go
like
through
the guy
that
who
whole
yeah,
randomness
I'm not a
thing
big
again,
fan
right?
of that. But you guys get what I'm saying here? Like, why is it okay? You know, like what you know, where's the line there?
Well, it's not, and we've talked about this before.
Like Dave's saying it's tangible and not tangible.
I don't even like. I don't.
That's my problem with it. Like at least if I buy like a pack of Pokemon cards, I have an actual card that is mine, that I can do whatever I want with it. I can resell it. There's a secondary market for the shit. Whereas like if you buy a fucking, there's Pokemon cards that you get and like somebody's like, oh, I'll give you $50 for it. Like, not kidding.
Yeah.
No, I agree with
But,
you.
like
Yeah,
if you get a legendary card on Hearthstone, they're like, okay, great, shove it up your ass. It's not yours. It doesn't matter.
Well, here's my thing with digital games. Yeah, not only do you lose the card that you liked and you put money into the game for because it goes away from the meta, but I've talked about this. I've talked about this so many times, and it still pisses me off. Like when you're playing an online multiplayer game and they change the meta, you're not playing the same game that you paid money for up front. It's a different game. Like they can say it's the same game. It's not. Like Hearthstone from meta to meta, from expansion to expansion, is not the same experience. It plays
right.
differently.
Right, because it's there's like a power creep. Like they have to make new and more powerful cards. Otherwise, why the fuck would you keep playing if it's the same boring thing?
League of Legends from season to season, and I know that game's free up front, so it's not really the same thing, but it's not the same game. Overwatch from season to season, when they release a new champ, it's not the same game.
Right.
And like they just get away with it. I don't know how they get away with it actually. Like it's super criminal. They should not be allowed to update those products on you like that. Because like you have no consent. You have no choice in what they introduce and how that meta plays out. You were just there.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I think a majority of people want changes to keep the game fresh. I don't think that they want it to be the same game for 5 years.
that's true.
Does Hearthstone give your money back like Magic does?
Nope.
It gives you dust.
That's garbage.
It gives you
It gives you-
dust.
Oh,
yeah,
you
it
get
gives-
But does that
dust.
come back?
In-game
dust.
currency.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
you
but
can
like,
spend it back in the game. Yeah.
yeah,
Do
but,
you
like,
get?
you only get
Is it a reduced amount?
Like
yeah, it's a quarter of what it costs. Like so, if
Holy
you just
fuck.
turn a legendary, you get 400 dust, but you need 1,600 to craft a legendary.
Well, see, Magic. If you spend $50 to get 1,000 gems or whatever the fuck it is, you get the 1,000 gems back.
Yeah,
You know, it's
Mm.
not like $10 gives you 1,000 dust, and then next season that dust comes back as
yeah, but you
750,
still
know?
can't. Yeah, but you still can't refund those gems out for real money.
No,
You can never like cash out.
no.
You know
Can you
that's stuck in the
imagine?
game.
Holy
If
shit.
that game cancels, like that money's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the Hearthstone dust that you get back. Like if you gave me a jar of IRL dust, it would actually be worth more money. Yeah, yeah, I could have like $100 worth of in-game dust, and yeah, a jar of dust would be worth more.
I could walk around my house for a few months and just give you that for free. If you
Yeah,
want.
I'll take it. Yeah, thank you. Might be able to put that into the game somehow.
yeah.
If before we move on, Dave, I would like you to link me those Pokemon card channels on Twitch, please.
I
And,
mean, I will.
Can you
I
hand me
will.
those? Because I'm ready to start gambling.
I mean, it's like it's cool
Dibs on
too.
water, bro. Dibs on water.
It's cool too because like you know what I mean. Like nobody wants to spend $120 for a box of Pokemon cards, but like say you really like fucking Blastoise, okay? But pay $15, get in the break, and then if you get them, you get them. If you don't, you only spend $15. You didn't spend 100. You know what I mean? So it's like you can kind of the concept of the break is cool because you can target what you want. So like you know what I mean? Like if you don't care about Venusaur, but you want Blastoise, then just buy water and you pay less. And if it comes out, you get it. Sometimes you get dick, sometimes you don't, but you're not, you know what I mean? You're not stuck getting things that you don't want, and it's a little bit cheaper.
Anybody else a big Raichu guy?
Ew.
I hate Raichu. I wouldn't
Give me
ever
the
evolve
Pikachu, man.
Pikachu.
Nah, see, I'm more of a Raichu. Most people like Pikachu. I like Raichu.
They're both
Dave?
kind of shitty Pokemon.
I'd take
I
an
mean,
Electabuzz over a Raichu.
I
or
was gonna say, get
Pikachu all
Raichu,
day.
Raichu and Pikachu. I mean, blow them out your ass, dude.
What about Pichu?
Ew, that's even worse.
You're just trying to lose now.
You guys are fucking weirdos. Let's move on to this last news story of the day. I can't believe what I'm hearing.
What a troll.